An evil stepmother stole the royal diamonds, framing and killing her husband Arthur. Arthur's daughter Cinderella was left to live with the villainess and her two stepsisters, who abused and exploited the girl in every possible way. Everything changed on the night of the royal ball, to which Cinderella got with the help of the fairy godmother. There she fell in love with the prince, who was charmed by an innocent girl. After returning home, Cinderella realizes that she does not have to endure humiliation, because it will be much more convenient and practical to kill everyone who interferes with her life. Retellings of well-known fairy tales in some unusual way can hardly surprise anyone, and attempts to cross them with the genre of horror have also been made many times, but only in the last couple of years this thing has become a full-fledged trend. Much of the credit for this goes to the thrashy British horror film Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, which caught the wave of hype and with a budget of $100,000 collected as much as $5 million. The studio that created it, Jagged Edge, immediately launched a bunch of similar projects, including a sequel to Winnie the Pooh, and the audience became interested in other horror movies about familiar childhood heroes. It's hard to say how much the appearance of Cinderella's revenge was calculated, but the main thing that's surprising about this movie is that it's not hopeless. Undoubtedly, this is a micro-budget movie, but its authors seem to clearly understand what they are doing and what is expected of them. Perhaps it's the fact that among the producers of the movie are people with very different backgrounds. In addition to Becca Hirani, who has been producing thrash horror movies with titles like The Cult of Humpty Dumpty, House on Elm Lake, Mother Krampus, The Nutcracker Kills and Alien Invasion, there's Mark Lester, the director of the iconic Commando and Class of 1999, as well as Mark Emmon, whose track record includes not only the Leprechaun series, but also producing Frida, Filth and Peaceful Warrior. What are all these fine people doing with Cinderella's revenge? In short, they're just messing around, throwing into the common pot everything that can entertain, from postmodern gags to sex and violence. Thus, the fairy godmother, played by Natasha Henstridge from the iconic Species, drives her ward Tom Ford, Christian Louboutin and Vidal Sassoon to get Cinderella ready to go out into the world, and she'll go to the ball in a Tesla driven by the founding father of this company. How's that sound, Elon Musk? But jokes are jokes, and when it's time to spill blood, Cinderella's revenge tries to keep a serious face. Of course, because of the low budget, all this looks no more natural and frightening than in the Troma films, but here the creators are helped by surprisingly good acting. Stephanie Lodge as the stepmother looks quite formidable, and Beatrice Fletcher and Megan Purvis as her daughters are great in duet and have a good sense of humor. Of course, it's imperative to realize here that all of the above in no way means that Cinderella's Revenge is a brilliant movie. No matter how you look at it, it is an extremely low-budget, garish, silly and in some places even amateurish movie, which can cause a serious injury to the sense of beauty of an unprepared viewer, and all these praises come, first of all, from the fact that the authors did not just sat down in a puddle, but plunged right into it, artistically, cheerfully, and with muddy splashes in all directions.